This video is on final tips to design better Qualtrics surveys. Before this video, there are two recommended resources in the video description. One is the Tufts Office of Institutional Research's Survey Resources page. Another is the Regional Educational Laboratory West's Creating Effective Surveys. These resources cover many best practices for designing effective surveys. This video has final tips, so this is a supplemental video of topics that aren't covered in those two resources. Before you even start your survey, think about your goal. What is the point of your survey? What decision is the survey going to help you make? What information do you need to gather from your survey? Perhaps my stated goal might be get feedback about the website. I don't want feedback on the colors. I don't want feedback on the font sizes. I want feedback on whether users can find information on the website efficiently. And then all of your questions should support that goal. Questions that are interesting to you are not necessarily the same as important for the survey. I am simply interested in the question, how often do you visit university websites? But that doesn't give me any data on whether my website is efficiently laid out. A relevant question is simply, were any sections of the website difficult to navigate? I have my goal so that my survey doesn't have so many extraneous questions that users stop taking it. You also want to avoid leading questions. The wording of a question might influence an answer. If I ask, how difficult was it to navigate the well-designed professor's page? Users are going to say, oh, well, maybe it reflects poorly on me if I couldn't navigate the professor's page because it's supposed to be well-designed. So they might pick easy, even though they thought it was very difficult. Instead, remove all bias, remove any leading wording, just how difficult was it to navigate the professor's page. Whenever possible, use clear wording, add context, add details. Maybe you have a question asking, how often do you visit university websites? My answer choices are never, occasionally, every now and then, sometimes, and often. There is certainly, in my mind, a way that occasionally, every now and then, and sometimes are defined. But my definition and the user's definition might not be the same. Those are relatively vague and very similar terms. Instead, be very specific. How often do you visit university websites? Here are hard choices. Never, once a week, 2 to 3 times a week, 4 to 6 times, or daily. Use blocks, not page breaks. In Qualtrics, you can click Add Page Break between any questions, which will do exactly as it sounds. It adds a page break. Or you can create blocks, which are grouping containers of questions, and different blocks create page breaks automatically. Using blocks first forces you to really think about how to group your questions together. If you have the first page of your survey, how often do you search the TTS website and how difficult was it to navigate the schools page? Then a page break, and then the next page has how difficult was it to navigate the professor's page and how often do you visit university websites? The way the questions are ordered and broken up between pages is a little jarring. Whereas if I'm using blocks, I can logically put all of the visiting websites questions in the first block, all of the site difficulty navigation questions in the second block, and it will still have a page break between them. Page breaks are also difficult when you'd like to rearrange large groups of questions at once. You'll have to drag and drop all of the individual questions, whereas you can move blocks all at once. And lastly, when you have logic in your survey. So for example, only show questions on the Boston portion of the website if the user answers that they're in Boston. If you have blocks, you can apply that logic to the entire block without having to apply it individually to each question. A recap of everything is in the TTS Qualtrics user guide, which is linked in the video description. It has the accessibility checklist, which is required. It's about 6 steps, some of which might not apply to your survey. Then we have those best practices resources. So the Tufts Office of Institutional Research's survey resources page and a link to the Regional Educational Laboratory West Creating Effective Surveys page. And at the end, there's a final checklist to consider.